when the Europeans got to Africa, well, specifically Southern Africa, because the black dress comes from Queen Victoria, and when she was mourning her king, she decided never to wear another color than black, other than black, right? And we see the remnants of our history in even the way that we dress as people. Like Amaxhosa, the way they dress their bride, you know, it's a Victorian style of dress. You know, it's very European. It's actually not an African practice, but. When you speak about that, and sorry to digress for 2 seconds, when you speak about that, my friend had a funeral for her gran, right? And then I sat there for a second. I was like, why did we put matrasi on the floor? There's so many things that I feel like we need to question.
Yeah, one of this pancake waffles
this waffle thing is...
You'll find that the first family just didn't have a base.
Exactly.
Yo, word on the street is that one of the most popular pastors in, I think, the Xhosa community had not really asthma, but he had he had short breath every time he preached, and that's why you met Tata. And it's like most of the other pastors are doing that now. And it's like, are you doing that because it's a pastoral thing, or there's because the actual brewer who was more popular because of that?
So it's like a flow. It's like a flow.
Yes, but we need to, this matras one, we need to get the right.
There's so many things that we need to understand.
To the funeral
Why
thing.
are we washing our hands when we come back from the
With aloe
funeral?
vera.
With the aloe. I still want to understand that
We all
one.
have to wash our hands in one thing. Guys. I saw that guy digging his nose now in the bus.
So the other thing that's also not us.
This conversation is so
tombstones.
hard.
Tombstones, yeah?
Tombstones is not, we don't traditionally have to do tombstones, but it's been sold to us that it's part of our tradition that after a certain amount of time, you have to erect the house. It's not our tradition.
That
to
one
do.
I can't understand, because that one's like, you have the finances to try give the deceased to something great now that you really love.
Why do they need a gift?
Again, nah? But it's like, I don't think there was tombstones back then, because were there that many tombstone people?
When I went to KZN, met biological dad's family, that was the first time I saw people being buried in the homestead, in the yard.
Yeah, in the backyard.
And all there is trees. So my dad goes,
across.
Your great-grandfather's under that tree. And that tree is your great-grandmother. And we're going to bury your granddad here and all of this. And there was no tombstone.
Is it a fruit tree?
No.
Eating a mango.
Because the next time I come back with my Listen. But you know what, Titi? That tree has nutrients. You guys are terrible. You guys are terrible. But yeah, tombstones not us.
You know, okay, I found out something really cool when I went to Lewahome this December.
Yes.
So when I went to Lewahome, there's a new gravesite. Because I wanted the influx of the deaths too much.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people with barricades on the tombstone.
Yes.
With like a fence.
A
fence around, and I didn't know why. Apparently it's because of cows.
What about the cows?
What are the cows doing?
So at night, the gravesite is usually like vacant, right? Any like stray animals can just walk in, and the cows don't really walk in straight lines. So they knock some of the tombstones over, and tombstones cost quite a lot. So they have those barricades to kind of protect.
What
It's not
cow
for
is
criminals.
walking around at night and not in a kraal?
It's Lewahome. Come on, man.
They come back to life. Yo,
You guys are
bruh,
terrible.
do you see how nice small towns, like, we all have the same problems, but they different. Like, your grave problem is because cows are knocking down the tombstones. Rona,
people are stealing those tombstones.
Rona, the tombstones are being stolen. How? By So if you go to our grave sites, Avalon, Dobsonville, They're stealing tombstones.
That's marble,
and then
dog.
people are taking it and recreating like
There's
kitchen
a kitchen
counters.
counter.
So sometimes you go to someone's house
And then you can see the counters not sitting right, man.
when they're cutting bread.
just see a
who say,
surname.
"Robalaka Court."
Which one is this one?
You are having a peanut butter sandwich there.
No, but you know,
I'ma tell Zendlina, but here lies.
The next one, sunrise, sunset.
Yo, but I found,
1948, 2002.
but I found out a very scary fact while we're on this particular topic. I found out a very scary fact. Somewhere in Africa, I can't remember if it's Libya or Liberia, I can't remember the country. They are starting, so the for lack of a better label, I'll call them the Nyaupe addicts of that side.
Yeah.
Have discovered that crushing human bone and putting it in the joint gives you a
deadly one.
deadly kick.
No,
So now there are grave stealers that side. There's like, so in this little YouTube documentary I was watching, in this particular graveyard, there were like 1,000 bodies that had been stolen already.
1,000?
Yeah, that had been stolen already. Because apparently they've discovered that the bone adds, there's apparently a chemical, I just can't remember now.
Ganja.
Yeah, but it gets you higher than high.
Ganja.
Does the bone have to decompose first? What, like, how ready is the bone to be crushed? I don't know.
And you're dressed like a laboratory. They don't want to.
But how crazy is that, bro?
That's crazy. Do you remember when people were stealing
Plasma screens.
the box after the funeral? Like the family would the casket,
No, but that, you see, that makes sense because of how
sell
much.
it again.
Yeah, so like that's like the perfect crime. That's a perfect crime because we've just put a 60,000 rand coffin in the hole. I'm gonna come later. I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna close the grave. You won't know as the family. The dead person won't know, as the deceased won't mind because, and then I can clean it up and resell it. Right?
I think we should give our kids a break. As a generation, we shouldn't want fancy boxes.
That's where I was getting at, right? And with us.